one lens and one basic tripod. It is the same way every beginner would probably start with if they try landscape photography. Of course, if you watch some of the YouTube landscape photography channels, you will be encouraged to buy lots of filters, L bracket, mounts, and so on. In this class, we have just our camera, lens, and tripod. We chose our oldest camera at hand, the Nikon D750, and we paired it with the Nikkor 24 to 120 millimeter. And of course, we have a basic tripod that we got at the recycle shop worth $10. Our aim is to apply all the things that we learned, the 3 variables of photography, last time in the previous video. So let's hit the road and go to our classroom. Hello, welcome to class. This is Photography Japan Academy. Today we're going to apply what we learned in the past lesson, the 3 variables of photography. These are the ISO, shutter speed, and the aperture. We're going to apply it in landscape photography. I would like to remind you that our camera giveaway is still going on. If you want to join the Canon M5 camera giveaway, just follow this link below and watch the mechanics of the video so you can join in. Besides the 3 settings that you have to apply to your camera, there are things that you have to consider when you're going to landscape photography. Number 1, of course, is you have to be on location. You can do a research of your potential location to shoot and identify the subjects early on, though you have to keep an open eye to other good subjects when you are there. Also, it will be important to identify the best time of the day to go and shoot. Our first composition here is we would like to show the shapes of the mountain there. And then, of course, the sky, which is a bit cloudy right now. And then, in the mountain, front of the mountain, you can see there the hotel. And of course, this is the Haruna Lake, which is a little calm today. And then on the side, we frame it with these leaves from these trees on the banks of the lake. So our setup is this, and then we are at f10. Our speed is 1 to 80th of a second, and then the ISO is again 100. You know, I always use ISO 100 when I'm here outside on the daytime, so it will give you the best. So taking this photo, Number 2, you have to consider the weather. When doing landscape photography, you have to consider the weather always in every location. Knowing this can get you ready if you insist to go despite any conditions. However, if you are photographing compositions that include trees or calm waters, it may not be advisable to do it when it is windy. Now let us try this composition. Now we are showing the shape of the mountains there. Now if you can see it here. And we have, because the sun is out and it's not being really lit, you can see the hotel there, which is in the middle of those mountains, and then in the foreground is the lake, and the nearer foreground are this straws of grass here. So take a photo of this. Our composition is at these variables, f9, the speed is 160, and ISO 100. Let's take the shot. Now this normally is focus on infinity. It means that even the furthest objects are in focus. So let's do this. Number 3 is scouting for compositions, that when you arrive at the location you chose, take time to scout for the best compositions. Walk around and get the best light timing. Identify the different perspective or angles of the subject. Number 4 is considering the elements of your composition. Though you have a main subject, you have to decide what other components you would like to include to enhance your photo. So I'm trying to build the composition here using this dead tree on the side of the lake, and then showing this really very perfect cone mountain here, and showcasing the lake, of course. And then some of the tree branches are showing as frames. And then we are being challenged by the hard light. So we are going to try to change the setting depending on the view. It says we are overexposed. So we increase our speed to 125th and our aperture to f11. So the ISO is constantly at 100, ISO 100. So let's take this photo. Of course, my focus is on the farthest, which is the infinity. And then hopefully this is going to be in focus also. So let's do this. One shot. And that looks great. I changed a bit with the composition, so I moved a bit to the left, and now this dead tree here, as you can see, is a bit more horizontal than before, but again showing the mountain there, the perfect cone mountain. So we're gonna take it. We changed a little bit because the sun was out and the sun is up again. Let's see if we can use this. Let's go to f9. And f9, our shot at 1 to 100 of a second is this. Finally, you have to try test shots. When you are starting to master all the settings, it is advisable that you take a number of shots to one composition, using different settings, of course. It will help very much if you take note of your settings so you can review later. You're taking a photo? Will you tell me your composition? Your variables?
My F is
8. F8.
My speed is 250.
250. And your ISO is?
And my ISO is 200.
200. Okay.
No,
So,
no, no, no. Yes, 200.
take a shot. And this is what you are looking at. So you're stealing my composition again, as usual. On the upcoming lessons, we will be discussing how we do post-processing using a budget post-processing software. So watch for it. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Please share it to your friends and we will master photography together. Now, if you have suggestions of what lessons are we going to do next, please do it in the comments below. Class dismissed.